Right now, somewhere in the world, someone is living the life you quietly dream about. Not because they are smarter than you, not because they were born lucky, but because they learned how to think when no one was watching. Most people never realize this. They think life is controlled by chance, by systems, by other people. But more than 100 years ago, a quiet thinker named James Allen exposed a truth so simple and so uncomfortable that most people still avoid it today. And once you hear this truth clearly, it becomes impossible to live the same way again. Look around modern life. People are busy, always moving, always reacting. Notifications, opinions, endless noise. Yet somehow, even with all this movement, many people feel stuck. Tired, but not fulfilled. Distracted, but not progressing. James Allen noticed this same pattern long before smartphones existed. He realized something critical. Effort does not change lives. Direction does. And direction always begins in the mind. In 1903, James Allen wrote a small book. No hype, no marketing, no promises of quick success. Just one sentence that quietly explains everything. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Not what he says publicly, not what he wishes occasionally, but what he repeats internally day after day. Your thoughts are not harmless. They are instructions. And your mind is always listening, especially when you think no one else is. Imagine someone who works hard. They wake up early. They stay busy all day. From the outside, they look responsible. But inside, their thoughts sound like this. I'm already behind. Nothing really changes. This is just how life is. Over time, these thoughts don't just stay thoughts. They shape decisions. And decisions quietly shape destiny. The most dangerous conversations are the ones you have with yourself. Picture two men living in the same city. Same economy. Same opportunities. Same year. One believes, life is unfair. I'll always struggle. The other believes, life rewards discipline and patience. At first, their lives look similar. But slowly, one hesitates. The other prepares. One complains. The other adjusts. Years later, people call the difference luck. James Allen calls it thinking. Life does not choose favorites. It responds to patterns. You don't suddenly become anxious. You practice anxiety. You don't suddenly become confident. You practice confidence. Every repeated thought is rehearsal. Your mind doesn't judge whether a thought is good or bad. It only turns repetition into reality. Whatever you practice mentally today becomes automatic tomorrow. James Allen compares the mind to a garden. Every thought is a seed. Fear is a seed. Discipline is a seed. Confidence is a seed. Neglect does not leave the garden empty. It allows weeds to grow. Most people don't choose what they plant. They allow others to plant for them. And whatever grows silently eventually becomes visible. In America, freedom is celebrated. But mental discipline is rare. People are free to think anything, which often means they think everything. Random thoughts, emotional reactions, constant comparison. A distracted mind cannot build a focused life. Calm people don't win by accident. They train for it mentally. If thoughts shape character, and character shapes outcomes, then your current situation is connected to your past thinking. This is not blame. This is power. Because if unconscious thinking created this life, conscious thinking can create a new one. Responsibility feels heavy until you realize it means control. Tonight, don't try to fix your life. Don't make big promises. Don't chase motivation. Just do one thing. Notice your thoughts, the quiet ones, the repeated ones, because the life you will live next year is already being built inside your mind. Most people believe effort is everything. Work harder, push more, stay busy, but effort without alignment creates frustration. You can work all day, but if your thinking is confused, your results will be confused too. Action does not lead thought. Thought leads action. Every thought you repeat slowly becomes part of your identity. At first, it's just a sentence. I'm not good at this. But repetition turns sentences into beliefs. And beliefs quietly decide what you attempt and what you avoid. You don't rise to your goals. You fall to your self-image. Imagine standing in front of a door. You push. Nothing happens. You push harder. Still nothing. Finally, you realize the door opens the other way. Most people live like this. They push harder at life without ever checking the direction of their thinking. Force never replaces clarity, and clarity always begins with awareness. Your mind never rests. Even when you are distracted, it is still building. Even when you are scrolling, it is still absorbing. Thoughts you don't question quietly become foundations. The mind works on whatever you place before it, whether it strengthens you or not. What you consume mentally today shapes what you tolerate tomorrow. A garden does not choose what grows in it. The gardener does. If weeds appear, it is not because the soil is bad. It is because attention was missing. Neglect is still a decision. An undirected mind always produces disorder. If you don't choose your thoughts, disorder chooses for you. In modern America, comparison is constant. Someone is always ahead. Someone always looks happier. Comparison pulls your attention outward and weakens inner authority. Power comes from self-mastery, not imitation. The moment you stop comparing, you regain control of your direction. Character is not built during big moments. It is built in silence, in what you allow yourself to think when no one corrects you, when no one is watching. Character is the sum of your most frequent thoughts, and destiny quietly follows character. People often defend the thoughts that hurt them. Familiar pain feels safer than unfamiliar growth. Letting go of a thought feels like losing identity. Growth feels uncomfortable before it feels empowering. Real power is quiet. It does not argue. It does not panic. It observes, then chooses. Self-control begins with mental restraint. Not every thought deserves attention. Strength is not adding more. It is removing what weakens you. Your thoughts are not neutral. They are shaping your character right now. And your character is shaping your future. Most people misunderstand calmness. They think calm means passive. Calmness is controlled power. A calm mind reacts less and chooses more. Emotional people feel alive, but calm people build lives. A reactive mind cannot sustain long-term purpose. Purpose requires pause, and pause is where power lives. Think of the calmest person you know. They don't rush. They don't panic. That calm is not personality. It is trained thinking. Calmness is earned through daily mental discipline. Calm is not something you are born with. It is something you practice. Discipline begins in thought. Thoughts decide whether action happens at all. When your thinking is disciplined, decisions become simpler. You stop negotiating with weakness. Discipline becomes natural when thinking is clear. James Allen never taught extremes. He taught consistency, watching thoughts, redirecting gently, choosing better ones, day after day. What feels small daily becomes massive over time. Most people quit before results appear, because mental change happens before visible change. People abandon the process during the invisible phase. But invisibility does not mean inactivity. Successful people operate by inner standards, not outer pressure. They don't ask, "What will others think?" They ask, "Does this align with who I'm becoming?" Inner standards create outer strength. When standards rise internally, choices improve automatically. Emotional noise drains energy. Worry, anger, overthinking. Emotional control is not suppression. It is understanding and selection. Not every feeling deserves a response. Think in years, not moments. A trained mind thinks beyond immediate comfort. It invests in future stability. Short-term comfort often steals long-term power. Vision begins in thought. Every great life starts quietly, inside the mind. Thoughts that repeat shape identity. You don't need to control every thought. You need to choose the repeated ones. Fear, doubt, indecision, or focus, clarity, calm. Most of your growth occurs when no one is watching. Not in meetings, not in social media highlights, but in the silent choices, the inner discipline, the calm alignment with purpose. This is where character is forged. Public recognition follows private preparation. The average mind is distracted. The focused mind multiplies results. Every time you return to the right thought, you strengthen your mental muscles. Quiet practice builds visible power. Without purpose, energy leaks. Purpose channels thought. Thought shapes character. Character shapes destiny. Small misalignment today creates large consequences tomorrow. Life is full of distraction. Social media, news, opinions. Most people surrender control. A trained mind filters noise. It only allows input that strengthens identity. You cannot control the world, but you can control what enters your mind. Take 5 minutes each day. Notice repeated thoughts. Starve the weak. Feed the strong. Small repetition compounds into identity. Daily awareness is the bridge between thought and destiny. External chaos cannot break you if inner strength is built. Your mind decides reactions. Your mind decides patience. Your mind decides action. Strength is invisible until it becomes undeniable. Thoughts shape character. Character shapes discipline. Discipline builds calm power. Close your eyes. Picture yourself 6 months from now. Calm, focused, in control. Every thought you allow today is a vote for this future self. Your mind is always rehearsing your destiny. What you visualize consistently begins to manifest quietly, without fanfare. Your daily thoughts are choices. They are small, silent, invisible decisions. Fear, doubt, distraction, or focus, calm, purpose. Repetition of strong thoughts builds the architecture of character. Repeated thought is the strongest form of action. Change does not come from dramatic gestures. It comes from small choices repeated daily. Watching your thoughts, redirecting weakness, choosing what strengthens you. Over time, these small acts create massive transformation. Invisible discipline today produces visible results tomorrow. Calmness is not suppression. It is understanding. Selection. Every time you resist reaction and choose thoughtful response, you strengthen mental authority. Control of mind precedes control of life. Every thoughtful pause compounds into inner freedom. Your inner standard is your silent compass. Ask not, what will others think? Ask, does this align with who I'm becoming? Align thought with standard, and actions will align naturally. Raise your inner standard quietly. The world responds automatically. Your mind is a machine. It builds patterns, not exceptions. Strong, repeated thoughts become automatic. Weak, repeated thoughts become limiting habits. Cause precedes effect. What you rehearse mentally today becomes your reality tomorrow. External circumstances are chaotic. Inner stability is not. Build quiet resilience. Observe, pause, choose. Resilience begins with thought. Tiny choices compound. One thought repeated daily shapes confidence, discipline, focus. Each day is a brick. Each thought is cement. Slowly, unconsciously, a fortress is built. Your future self is forming now. Quietly, invisibly, through mental choices. Align every action with that version. Protect it from distraction. Protect it from weak influence. Guard the mind. Build silently, and your destiny will follow. Do not chase instant change. Do not chase motivation. Do not seek shortcuts. Observe. Reflect. Repeat thoughts that strengthen. Discard the rest. This is James Allen's timeless law. Thought, character, destiny. Part 1 ends here. In Part 2, we will explore how these internal changes manifest externally, producing real-life results. Stay with me, because the next episode will connect thought to action, turning silent mental practice into tangible success.